Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good week so far. It's New Year's Eve. I feel like I got some interesting talking points today to discuss, some things I got going on. So yesterday I was able to have a pretty much a full day yesterday. I worked about 3:30 doing yard cleanups and finished up a landscape job for my friends Emery and Samantha over there, putting out some flowers and transplanting a tree. The one that we replaced, I should be planting in my backyard, so I found a good spot in the corner of my yard, my backyard, to transplant. I hate seeing, good trees go to waste, and this one's a Japanese maple. It's a really nice one. I feel like I got a really good spot for it, so that's good. But anyway, hope all y'all are having a good week and good New Year's Eve. I don't really like the idea of working on people's yards on a holiday. I would ask if I felt the need to, but given that, and with the potential for really cold weather starting next week, we're spending pretty much all day at the wood yard, doing firewood related stuff. I even have a delivery, for 2 truckloads or $300 for firewood right up the road from where we process everything, right outside of Auburn, a town called Camp Hill. So I'll be doing that, but while I'm loading up, Justin will be there when we're making bundles and splitting wood and doing some other things, firewood related stuff. So I'll get some footage of that later. So before that, I'll be maybe rambling a little bit here, guys. But before that, I'll be going to visit my buddy Bart, my banker, and we'll be talking about some financial things involving the land I'm looking at and any potential loan that I may have, in terms of building the shop. So I got some options there, and we'll discuss those here in a minute after I talk with Bart. So that may be something y'all may be curious about. I'm also going to be doing a business credit card. I mentioned before, I think a couple weeks ago, when I had the fraud that occurred, and that has actually happened on my debit card twice in the last 6 weeks or so. So it's going to be a little bit of a pain, and apparently having a credit card, a business credit card, I think it has something to do with the credit limit, the fact that it'll have a $5,000 limit. I think obviously that makes it a little safer. That way, you can't go past that, regardless. But I think there's some other safeguards too on a credit card as opposed to using your debit card, because that's become more and more of an issue for sure. These days with the fraud out there, you just never know, where these people are getting your information from. It could be from a gas station, these, card swipers that, people can put these little devices in to steal your information, or it could be obviously over the phone when you're putting information in to buy certain things, that sort of thing, guys. So you just got to be real careful about using your card. I try to use it as the least amount possible, if that makes sense, just in order to prevent that from happening. But having a credit card definitely helped me out. So that's the plan, to get that done and have that, while I'm there. And we'll be discussing, again, talking about, banking, financial related, things in order for me to be able to purchase this land. I'm going to get into it, like I said, as soon as I talk to Bart. But I was also able, guys, I know I'm, like I said, maybe a little all over the place right now, but I was able to spend some time with my family from Ohio over the weekend. Had to cut it short, had to come back home Saturday night because my parents were sick. So that was unfortunate. But I spent most of the day with them, talking with Donna, Eugene, and they're from Johnstown, Ohio, and her daughter Amanda, who recently had a baby, and was able to meet her boyfriend, hopefully soon to be husband, Kobe. Really nice guy. So hopefully everything works out there. I'm sure it will. Sounds like it is. But anyway, really enjoy spending time with them. I think they're new subscribers too. I appreciate all you new subscribers. I know I've gotten a lot here recently. I'm sure a lot of that has to do with Ray mentioning me. I mean, he probably gives me a little more credit than I deserve. I told him in a comment, on the video, that he was, bragging about me. But I appreciate that, Ray. If you happen to be listening today's video, and I was able to talk to Ben. I actually talked to Ray on the phone too, but I talked to Ben on the way home Saturday night. Ben H. I don't think he would mind me mentioning his last name, as I'm pretty sure Doc has before. But I'll just say Ben H. Yeah, super nice guy. I look forward to talking to him. Really knowledgeable. Yeah, he's got some really good ideas in terms of the YouTube and helping me out, with the YouTube videos, maybe getting more subscribers and the algorithm, all that kind of stuff. So I'm actually looking at some things to do that. But yeah, he's very, very smart, and looking forward to having more conversations with him. I talked to him about an hour over the phone, but yeah, super nice guy, and yeah, enjoy talking with you, Ben. But anyway, hey, listen, guys, like I said, I'm actually getting ready to head to the gas station now, get some gas. And then I'll be headed to the bank. Like I said, I talked to my banker, Bart, and I'm going to let y'all in on some of the stuff that we talked about in terms of financial aspects and some other things involving the land that I'm looking at and a potential shop. So I've got options there. So I feel like y'all may find that interesting. You stick around, and as soon as I get done having the meeting with Bart, I do a little clip and we'll talk about some more. Hope you're having a good one. Hey guys. So yeah, let me update you on what I found out from Buddy Bart. In terms of the credit card, we're talking about it, and he was explaining to me why it's advantageous to have it over a debit card. First of all, the credit card obviously isn't tied to your account, right? It's not directly tied to your account. I didn't think of that. Obviously, I knew that, but that's one obviously big advantage having a credit card. And again, you got that limit, so you can't go past a certain limit, and that limit can be throughout a month. So I mean, you can do up to, say if it was $5,000, you can do up to that amount in purchases before you're not allowed to go any further, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's some definitely safeguards there. The main thing being it's not tied to your account directly like a debit card is, but you can do things for your debit card as well in terms of alerts and making sure that if it's a certain amount above a certain number, if that makes sense, to alert you that there may be an issue there if you don't normally go above, say, $500 on any given swap, which is usually the case for me. Usually anytime I do a big purchase, I'm going to write a check for it out of my checkbook just to avoid doing those big swaps necessarily with the card. I try to stick with gas and supplies, and really anything below $500 I'll use for a card. But now that I don't have it, I just went ahead and signed the paperwork and all that kind of stuff. Should be getting it in the coming weeks, and I'll feel better about using it. And obviously, it's got the cash back. I think 1% cash back. The rewards from it. So yeah, you have benefits to use it, and we set it up in a way that at the end of the month, I'll be paying it off each month. Totally, I'll pay the entire bill off. Whatever it is that I accrue through that card, be automatically deducted from my account. So I don't have to go in there and manually do it myself, which is what I was doing before at PNC before I changed over all my business stuff to PNC, before I moved my banking information over. But anyway, so that's good there with the credit card. Looking forward to getting it and using it. So we talked more, guys, about my scenarios involving what I want to do. Okay, so obviously, ultimately, I want to build a shop, but I can't do that without land. And I think Ray mentioned me possibly building a shop at my house. I don't want to do that, and frankly, I don't think I can. It'd have to, look similar to my house. I can't just build a metal building in the HOA, the neighborhood I'm in. So it ended up being really expensive. And again, I don't want to have a shop close to my house, because I've mentioned it before. I just, when it comes to guys, especially new guys that I don't know very well, I don't like the idea of new guys knowing where I live. So I've basically decided I want it to be separate from my house. And I just think that makes more sense, especially in terms of trying to hire new guys and trying guys out and having guys know where your family lives and that kind of thing. I just feel more comfortable about having a separate shop, separate from my house and where my family lives at. So that's that. So obviously I need some land first and foremost. And one sec. And that's what we talked about, and this is something that, since I've been thinking about it and how to go about this whole process, I feel like it makes more sense for me, and Bart agrees, to just go ahead and buy the land, okay? So that's really what I'm leaning towards doing. Now, I'm not looking to be in any kind of hurry because I got some factors, some financial factors that I got to, let play out, and I'll describe those later in terms of, the money I had tied up right now. So, yeah, my two scenarios is I can either buy the land and then go through a process, of building a shop, and I would need some money to borrow to build a shop. Or, I could potentially do it all at one, buy the land, or do the land shop combo all in one deal, and, have to borrow some money to be able to do that. Well, if I just do the land first, I actually have enough funds in my account to where I could just purchase the land outright and then go through the process of building a shop later. If that makes sense. And, I'd have to borrow some money to do that. I'm not looking to take any personal money at all in terms of the stocks that I have or anything personal, related to my financial situation out for this whole deal, okay? It's just going to be business related, funds that I have, and I've got, a good bit of money saved up. Again, I've got enough money to where I could buy this land outright, but here's the somewhat of a problem, and we talked about it. So I got two short-term CDs. One's a 6-month that matures in March, and the other is an 8-month that matures in May. Significant amount. I'm kind of hesitant. I guess it really wouldn't matter to let you know what it is, but yeah, it's enough money in both of those CDs to where once they mature, I could use that money to go ahead and buy the land outright. So that's a little bit of an issue because obviously if I take them out before it matures, I'm going to have a bit of a penalty. I won't collect that interest, and I would like to collect that interest, on the CDs themselves. So my thinking is I'll just go ahead and delay any kind of decision until March when that first one matures, and I can get that, $4,000 of interest. And if I decide to go ahead and go through with the, land purchase, I'll just go ahead and take the penalty for the other one, which would be $1,000 penalty, and I'd still get some of the interest, but net, I wouldn't get as much. I'd still end up netting, $500, $1,000 after that penalty was taken out. So yes, that's not really a big deal. I wouldn't be losing money necessarily, but I still hate the idea of not getting that full interest amount. That makes sense. So that would be what I'd have to do. I'd have to take a little bit of a hit on that second CD that I had the money in, but not a huge deal. So that's my thinking. I'm gonna go ahead and let that March CD mature before I decide to go through with any kind of purchase of the land, right? That's just kind of my thinking. It'll give me a couple months to do my due diligence and, do some more thinking about it. And frankly, guys, if it sells, it sells. If someone else buys it, someone else buys it. But that's kind of my thinking right now, okay? I'll just go ahead and let that CD mature and go from there. I don't like feeling rushed. And frankly, if it doesn't work out, that's just a sign from God that it's not meant to be. So that's kind of my thinking now. Give time to really think about it and figure things out money-wise. And obviously I'm hoping to get the land down some more from where it's at, from what they're wanting, from what they're asking. I feel like they will. So hopefully they will. Obviously the cheaper the better. But anyway, that's kind of my thinking there, guys. I'm sure I might have left a thing or two out, but that's the gist of it, what I got going on, what I found out from Bart, just from a financial perspective. So y'all let me know what you think. I feel like you'll agree with me that I'm thinking right. I'm not looking to rush into anything. I hate the idea of rushing into anything. So it's looking good. I think things are coming together for me in terms of my thought process and my thinking about this whole situation. But anyway, hey, listen, I'm going to be at the wood yard. I'm about to be there now. I'll get some footage of me cutting up some wood, some logs, splitting some wood, and wrapping some logs potentially. So Yeah, if you're interested in that, stay tuned. If not, y'all just let me know what you think in terms of my thinking on the potential big purchase for me. Obviously, it's a big deal. Having a shop potentially and all the options it'll allow me to have, the land too. So I'm excited about it, but it's a lot of money involved, and I want to make the right decision. So y'all let me know what you think. God bless you. I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, figured y'all a quick update real quick. Things going on at the wood yard right now. So yeah, as you can see, I'm working on my supply here with the cold weather. I'm expecting to get some orders in from Ace. So yeah, I'm basically out of white oak, burnable seasoned white oak. Went ahead and made as many bundles as I could. I got some over here that I got to bring in for storage. But yeah, this whole wall inside here should be filled. Probably good once I fill it up with the ones I got outside. It should be close to, I don't know, 180 or so bundles. So I'm hoping that'll get me through, the rest of the winter. But yeah, Justin's at lunch. As soon as he gets back, I'm gonna go deliver the load of firewood. Yeah, $300 right up the road here. So while Justin's been making bundles, he started making red oak bundles after he finished up the white oak. I've been cutting up these big water oak logs here. As you can see, the only problem is they're the inside. Yeah, it's okay, but obviously the outside, it's already started rotting out a little bit on the outside. So the rings, around the ring, the logs themselves is kind of, yeah, a little bit rotten. but there is some good wood in the middle. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and process what I can. They're just these huge logs here. As you can see, I'll have some clips before this one, me cutting it. But yeah, doing good. Just trying to be as productive as possible. Don't want to be out, mowing people's yards on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, excuse me. So yeah, you can see I got a bunch of logs there. I figure we'll be up here a lot next week with it being so cold, so I want to have plenty of wood to split. So with the weather being good, like I said, I figured I'd have Justin mainly do bundles. Here's the bundles. That's the white oak right there. Some red oak. I've been transporting them over to the shed here before I did this clip. But yeah, I've got my 450 pieces of wood loaded up. As soon as Justin gets back, I'll head to the customer's house and deliver this wood. So yeah, that'd be $300 for today. And Kyle, the barbecue customer, left me 50. I think he came and got some pecan, but I'm gonna tell him to stop. I feel like I'll be honest with you, I feel like he got a little much for 50 bucks. Yeah, I can just tell he got a good bit of wood. So I don't, it's hard for me to trust people up here, coming up here, to be honest with you, and getting a reasonable amount. You just never know, obviously. And I know him fairly well. He's been coming up here for a while, but I'm gonna tell him not to worry about getting any more pecan, because I really need this for bundles for next year, especially the straight pieces. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna, whenever he needs some, if it's pecan, I'll just get some of the, the odd shaped pieces and make a pile for him to come get. That way I know what's going out, and I know I'm not getting ripped off, that kind of thing. But anyway, just thought I'd let you know what's going on. Hope you're having a good day. Talk to you later. Yeah, we just finished up. It's about 3:30 now. I could have worked a little longer, but obviously it's New Year's Eve, so don't worry about working too late or anything. We accomplished what we wanted to accomplish in terms of stuff we wanted to do at the wood yard. I made the $300 delivery and picked up the 50 from Kyle, the barbecue customer that he left me. I don't know, whatever it was he came by. So yeah, $350. Doing the firewood, and was able to, obviously talk to Bart about that whole situation with the land. Let me know what you think on that. Just curious your thoughts. I'm gonna give it more time. I'm not rushing into buying anything, but at least knowing that that CD matures in March. Yeah, I'd rather go ahead and let it mature and get that, $3,000, $4,000, whatever, $5,000 it is in interest, as opposed to losing out on that. Ain't no need to rush into it in the way I believe and think. If it sells, it's just it wasn't meant to be, right? So that's just going to be a sign from God, if you're asking my opinion, if it were to sell. I never want to rush into anything like this. I'm going to do my due diligence and really think about it. Y'all let me know what you think. Again, your opinion, I'm curious about it. In terms of the land itself, I know there's a lot of opportunity there. Potential for other business opportunities, rental income, all that kind of thing. So be a lot of money that I'm putting up for it, but in the end, for the future, it could very well be worth it, for sure. And it'll appreciate. It's not like it's going to lose value, like a mower or a car would once you buy it. It tends to lose a lot of value as soon as you drive it off. But obviously with land, y'all know land's generally going to appreciate over the years. So kind of think of it as an asset for sure, and potential investment in terms of it growing in value. But anyway, let me know on that. Again, we got everything done we wanted to, and we really wanted to make sure, took advantage of this weather to get a lot of bundles made. Go ahead and have a lot of them ready to go for Ace. With this cold weather on tap, looks like the entire rest of January, is going to be really cold, colder than normal. So I want to go ahead and get as many bundles made as possible so they're ready to go whenever I get an order. So that's my thinking there. I mainly had Justin doing that, and I was doing random things, as far as delivery, cutting those big giant water oak logs. I split some red oak. Just a little bit of everything around there. And we also got Justin. He has a wood burning stove, for his heat. That's his primary heat source where he lives at. So yeah, I got him a big load of poplar, dried out poplar, and some other oak for him to take home. Got him pretty much a truckload filled up his truck with, because he's going to need a lot of it. He has to wake up every few hours to put logs on the fire to keep that house warm. So yeah, we'll make sure he's got plenty of wood ready to go for when this cold snap hits. So make sure to load him up a lot of wood too, for him, for his sake, and keeping that house warm, because it's not very well insulated. So he needs a good fire going, especially when it gets super cold. It's hard for him to keep his house warm when it's super cold. He has to get up, like I said, every few hours to keep it stoked. But anyway, hey, listen, y'all, like I said, it ended up being a solid day. Want to wish everyone a happy new year. God bless each and every one of you. Let me know on the land and my thinking in terms of waiting on my money that I got tied up in the CDs right now. I'm just curious your thoughts, and hope every one of you have a great start to the new year, 2025. Can't believe it's here already. God bless you. Talk to you later.